My next question for you is, by the way, why real estate? Why did you decide to go into real estate sector? I mean, you've been here 17 years, you've done so many work in different sectors. Why real estate for you?
I think, in terms of business sense, it makes a lot of business sense, and I'll come to it. Again, it's a long-term thinking. I am fortunate to work in the financial services before real estate, and contract rates could be 500, 600, depending on what you're doing. It looks fantastic, but when you think about it, you need to be there every day. You need to answer to someone. You're not building a business. You're not building anything. Nobody can replace you. And that's what it is. You're a freelancer, a contractor, and that's what it is. But real estate, I've loved real estate from Nigeria. Done been involved in real estate investments from a very young age. I've seen my parents get involved with doing real estate, so it's something I love. But I think if I use a Nigerian analogy, I think when I was growing up, my dad once told me that, and that stuck with me for life. So he built his property in Gbagada, and he said it cost him about 200,000 naira then to build the property. But I know well that we had two tenants on the bottom, and we had a big 6-bed unit. But one of the tenants was paying over 200,000 per year. So what it cost him to build a whole property in a very short time, somebody was paying him over that amount yearly, and that's just one of the tenants. So that kind of changed my thinking from a very young age. So coming into the UK, I've learned. I love reading and seeing Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you've not read that, my question is, what part of the planet are you? You possibly wouldn't even understand Grant Cardone if you don't understand Richard Poor Dad. But again, that shows the level of your ready to learn. So yeah, so I mean, real estate for me, sometimes you could do it passive depending on what you want to do. So you don't have to be an active person in there. But again, as a mortgage broker, I realize that I get into a lot of relationship and a lot of deals or a lot of things that are not accessible to people, because most people I'm dealing with say, oh, I want to sell a property and stuff. I feel like those relationships are built out over time. So I'm leveraging on my relationship, even if as a mortgage broker. So that kind of extended to being able to source deal, being able to package deals, being able to sell projects to people, being able to do conversion and stuff. So I think for me, I love learning. I love getting involved with stuff. I've done rent to rent in 2013, even when nobody knows about rent to rent. I've done service accommodation. So again, you'll make mistakes. You will learn by the way. But the long time, the joy you get from this and the leverage you get over time speaks for itself. The people you are in the room with, the discussion you are having is not talking about piecemeal. You're talking about serious things that could affect not just you, that could affect your generation. So I think for me, it's a business, real estate, depending on what level you want to start with. There's so many facets of it, which is a good thing. You can pick one and grow on that. You could be a master in one, and you can make a killing from that. So depending on what you want to go for, why real estate is, there's many facets of it. You can be exposed to different things as far as you're ready to learn. Again, Sam Fogo, when I listened, talked about networking. That's something I encourage, but you can go to other people's meeting and just go and learn. Almost every weekend in UK, there is property seminars. And I ask myself every time, how many Black people are in this setting? Some of them it's the early stage, so you might just get it for a discounted price or sometimes free. But even at that, people don't go. So I think it's the education first. Get the education, and you would realize that things will follow up. There are room for a lot of mistakes, and I've made mistakes, but I would say follow would know road. and that way you're not going to get lost yourself. So yeah, real estate is big. It's massive. And when you think about the GDP of UK or any part of the world, you realize that real estate development, real estate sales, real estate things is a big part of the economy. So it's a good thing, I think,